on the tiny little Greek island. Oh boy, I haven't been here for a while. Been very much involved in things that do not belong in the studio and taking care of my daughter, who was also under the weather for the past few days and just have not been here. So today I am obviously not in my studio. This is the studio that I am working from recently, doing some writing on finishing up an ebook on the other channel that I've talked about before, and getting that all set up. And oh boy, today we have, with the members of this channel, we are going to meet up and do some connecting. I will be in the studio later on today painting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I have missed my my painting time. There's some things that, well, life kind of comes in and things happen, and you're unable to do some creative work at times. Other times you're unable to do other kinds of work. And I'm really grateful for all the things that I have learned by starting this channel, by daring to upload a video and make myself public. It has been an incredible journey for me. And I have taken so many wonderful lessons. And the one of the biggest lessons that I have come across has been the lesson of acting, not theater acting, which is something that has always been in my heart. Love to do that, but acting out, of taking action, of getting out of my head and bringing it down and doing. And that is what I did the first time when I actually just clicked that record button and uploaded the video onto this, beginning YouTube channel. And it was such a good lesson, because it is only through acting, through doing, that you'll see if something's going to work or not. And I have sadly, but maybe it's okay, but I have sadly spent much of my life in a place of keeping things in balance, being not the decision maker in, let's say, the family group or whatever, or in other areas of my life, but being the harbor. I've spoken about this before, being the harbor, creating a balanced, safe place for the fishing boats to come into and tie up and rest and have a sense of security, of safety, of the nurturing kind of thing. That has been my role most of my life. And let's say this, right? If you haven't got that, you shouldn't be raising kids. And I don't mean both parents or both people that are raising children, but I really do think, I mean, it just makes sense to me that if a fishing boat is going to go out fishing, it needs to have a place to return to where they can rest and let go and prepare for their next journey out on the seas. And I think children need that. It doesn't have to be, in the traditional feminine, the female, the woman. It's either parent or both who are those nurturing harbor types. And, I am going to say that it is imperative for healthy relationships. I really do believe this. But on the flip side of that, when you are the harbor, when you are the harbor, and you oftentimes, I think many people who are the harbors of their families, of lives, of friendships, you get not pushed aside or ignored, but you get too complacent, or at least I got too complacent with that role and did not step forward and upload a video on YouTube. And I didn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And so I spent most of my life in that space. Okay, so then you're thinking, well, I think in the Western mind frame, that's not a good thing to do. You're not supposed to do that. You should be doing this, or you should be doing that. There's always a should be. And I am very much a part of that mentality, of that culture, of that thinking. So rather than just actually really enjoying being a harbor for these fishing boats and making my harbor the best harbor that could be there in the area, right? I spent most of my time berating myself for not being, a fishing boat. And it's like, what a waste of time. What a waste of energy. What a waste of love, of being able to love myself as the best dang harbor that I've seen, at least on the island. I can't say that for sure. I don't know what's going on in the other families there. But I feel very honored with myself for being that compassionate, nurturing, loving mom and partner. And nobody's going to really take notice of that unless you do, right? So I spent most of my life not taking notice of that, not appreciating those things about me, the harbor that I create, and the space that I take for this role, and didn't spend a lot of time being thankful for that part of me. So I mean, these have been the thoughts in this past week that I have not been here in the studio doing these morning musings, and they have been really lovely because now, through the years of being complacent in that harbor role, and looking at it in the wrong way, rather than looking at myself in the mirror and saying, "Hey, Vita, you're a fabulous harbor. You create this serene, safe space. Oh my goodness. What would this family do without it? I mean, really, really, what would, I mean, of course, they would get by. It's not like I'm, I'm not going in that kind of, vain area. But I have played an essential role in the community of this family, right? And for me, family is like numero uno. It's number one up there. My family, the people that I care about are top, above any YouTube channel, above any painting aspirations, above above anything else. That's just my mind frame and where I go. And yeah, so I think the years that have gone by, me being in the wrong mindset, as far as my life goes, right? And what I was doing and what I was not doing, because there was always that you're not doing enough. Western mind frame. It's never enough. I am now, because of this process of manifestation, of creative manifestation, which I understood and learned through painting, that there is this pattern. It's mind, it's making the decision, and it's acting on it. Okay, that's basically what it is. And mind is very vast, unlimited, right? And you're just bringing it in, making the decision, and acting on it, right? So you're limiting. And I have always just been up here, just great up here. And it was through painting that brought me into really understanding how that process works, that creative limitation and the benefits of it, how that works. So I came to, in the solar plexus area where I tend to clamp down and don't allow myself to act, because if I act, then I have to face the failures, the disharmonies, all the things that just aren't working, and who wants to face that, right? But it was through pulling through with a painting, not liking the painting, having it be a failure, but doing it anyways, and having it be good enough. And it's always good enough when you're failing a painting, because then and only then are you able to really, really understand and move forward. And I've kind of brought that down into my life on a very, very basic, foundational level. And I love it. I love it because without acting on an idea, you'll never know if it's a good idea or not, if it's something that's going to work or not. All you need to do is just go, just do it. And then if it turns out to be a bad painting, it's a bad painting. But what have you learned from it? And how can you take what you learned and push it forward into the next painting or project or opening or whatever, right? There's all these things. Like, me being here on camera talking to you, it's something that like I would just not really do. Just no. I have like I love being on stage. I do as a kid. I mean, I was into acting. I really liked being on the stage and then coming off the stage, going backstage again. Uh, uh, Daring and risking to step out on a stage is, for me, it was terrifying, but so rewarding at the same time when I went backstage again. And I'd be like, I did it. Okay, I could have done this better. I kind of messed up there. I did that pretty good. And it's a feeling that I have missed. And I spent most of my life here on this island, which, before internet, right? Really, really small, tiny existence, no stage to actually step out on. So clicking the record button on my cell phone to upload my very, very first video was like stepping back out on stage after so many years. And it was terrifying. It was terrifying. So, and now I click record. I don't have a script. I don't do any of that. I'm just here talking, my morning musings about my thoughts and the various things that are coming through me. And as I develop throughout these years, hopefully I'll be here for a while. And I really, really do love it. It's opening up a part of me that I have held back, held behind stage. And it's making me a fuller version of me, which is a healthier version of me, which is not just the harbor, right? Protecting the boats, quiet, not really ruffling anybody's feathers or fishing nets just to stay with the but to go ahead and step out and shine some light, shine my own light, first of all for me, and then if there's anybody out there who can benefit from my lessons, my life, whatever I'm learning, great. I mean, that's I can't imagine that there's anything more valuable in this life than people putting themselves in a position of giving, of service of some way or another, and whatever that may mean for each of us. So yeah, today I'm just sitting with that. And I wanted to say, my dears, in the members group, I'll be at 6 o'clock. I will be in Zoom. Hopefully painting something. But I just want to spend some time with you. I will have my tea ready or my water, whatever I'm drinking, and expect to see you there. Okay, let's connect. All right, I'll put the link up in the members area, you guys. So just click on that link. I don't know that it will be the same link as we've had before. Okay. All right, my loves. I will see you all again next time. I won't say for sure when that day will be. I'm going to say Monday. So we will see. Okay. Haven't really got anything else. It's been hard to be inspired. It's been a little bit tight in my own creativity. And accepting that and seeing that and embracing that, I think, means that I'm still authentically me. So, yeah, hopefully later on today I can get things set up in my studio and we'll actually do some painting. I haven't been able to for the past couple weeks. So let's just see what happens. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And members, I will see you all later on. Bye-bye.